Aside from the debt ceiling, what are some interesting ideas that you're watching out for as we go into the summer?
So I think it's really important at this time, with all this talk of a hard landing, soft landing, of a recession, that you need to remind investors, clients, that recessions going back to 150 years from the National Bureau of Economic Research, they've tallied 30 different recessions over that time period. And in the 6 months leading up to the recession, 21 times out of the 30, a positive return was made. And then in the 6 months after the recession, 12 out of the 30 times there was a positive return. And if you put all that time together, the recession, the 6 months before, 6 months after, 22 out of the 30 times there was a positive return too. And that's, assuming you time the market perfectly and you pull your money out and you know when it starts and you know when it ends. These things are very, very difficult to tell. But the majority of the time, investors have been rewarded much more, in a better way than just holding cash, by staying in the market, staying strong and long. So I think that's something that's paramount.
And are you making any tactical investments or positioning right now?
So gold has recently broken out of its 52-week high. There was some technical resistance that I've been watching pretty closely. And with some positive economic data and a softening dollar, we've seen commodities rally. If you're looking for some safety, talk of crisis, talk of debt ceiling, but also something that seems to be performing well with the market, with positive data, and with the soft, economic figures coming out, gold is a pretty good alternative. So definitely been exploring that now that it's at its highs and seems to be breaking into new highs. Likewise, oil's been in an interesting range-bound kind of territory. Talk of a recession is not going to be good for oil, but we've seen this, mid 60s to high 80s in a very short amount of time. So for the aggressive tactical traders that might want to try to time the market a little bit, watching crude and WTI hit these 52-week highs and then cool off quite instantaneously, think mid 80s to high 60s in a short amount of time. This kind of whipsaw action, something we're also paying very close attention to as an opportunity to kind of get in at the right time and hold for what we think could be a potential benefit.
Well, Joe, as always, thanks for joining us here in the studio.
My pleasure. Thanks so much for having me, Jonathan.
And to our viewers, thanks for watching. For Asset TV, I'm Jonathan Forsgren. We'll see you next time.
Stonebriar Wealth Management, advisors for your life.
This is not an offer to buy or sell securities. No investment process is free of risk, and there is no guarantee that the investment process described herein will be profitable. Investors may lose all of their investments. Past performance is not indicative of current or future performance and is not a guarantee.